Today's show is brought to you by Keel Fish Shack.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We've got beachy vibes going today, and boy, what a beautiful Chamber of Commerce day. Stacy Ritter would be pleased. Nikki Mohan, too bad they're not here. Nikki Mohan's in Kentucky now. It's some, I don't know, religious conference that she's trying to recruit to come here for a convention. So she's probably burgoo and Bibles for Nikki. But we've got oysters and fish and chips and all kinds of great stuff. Even Keel Fish Shack, Lauderdale by the Sea, right down from Jeff Defo DeForest's humble abode. How are you today, Defo?
Oh, man, how beautiful is it? Did a little walk of life before I came here, and then just driving around Lauderdale by the Sea. It's nice to see it all happening. I love coming to even Keel. And it is weird because you do get this question a lot on Let's Eat South Florida. And the answer is always the same, which is, where do you get the best fish and chips anywhere in town? And
right here.
I am going to say, without qualification,
Yeah, it's here.
there may be many good presentations of it, but nobody does it better than Brad and Dave.
That's it. You know, and I hate, you know, when people ask for the best this or that, because the best is so subjective.
It's subjective, but
and usually, you know, there's a lot of places where you can find a lot of very good renditions of a particular dish or pizza or burgers. But I have to agree with you, Defo. I've eaten a lot of fish and chips around town, various Irish pubs, British pubs, other seafood joints. And this, in my estimation, is the best fish and chips in Broward that I've eaten. And I've eaten a lot of them.
It's a combination of a lot of things, and it's a tribute to the attention to detail that's always paid by every time Brad's on there. I'm amazed, like the way he does some like consomme or something. And he's got this and he's got that. But the way they treat it and the freshness of the fish and the way they preserve the juices and then the perfect batter. It's number one, and topped off by, I almost ate some French fries before I came here, and then I reminded myself, wait a minute, you're going to Even Keel, the best fries. I love these style of fries.
And what I love about doing this show is I get to spotlight places that do things the right way. There's a lot of places where you get the fries, and, you know, there's a lot of good quality frozen fry products out there. You know, the major food distributors, U.S. Foods, Cisco, they have some premium fry products, but those are all frozen products, and that's fine. But places that cut their own hand-cut fries, they do that here. And Danny Surfer down in Miami at Blue Collar, he does those thick also ones with the skin that's still on the edges and crispy, double blanched, all that stuff. Yep. I mean, these guys have the thinner cut, kind of like the McDonald's.
They're very addicting. I can't wait to actually start pawing a few and shoveling them in my face, which you'll see
like
me do.
You've primed the pump today for a little lunch, my friend. Right? Yeah.
You know what? I feel good. You know, I've been trying to eat less, and it hasn't been working. So we'll see what happens. I really goofed up at the Super Bowl because I pounded down some stuff I probably otherwise wouldn't have. But and yesterday I tried my best, but. I mean, every day it's a promise to myself. I'm going to change.
Are you at the any ill effects from eating like poorly at a Super Bowl? If you had a lot of fried food, or I don't know exactly.
No, it wasn't like I really overdid it. It just you know, it was later at night, and I don't usually eat like late.
Now you sound like me.
But I
got my reflux.
No problems evolved as a result.
Are you sure?
That, you know, you're trying to.
Perhaps you have a case of dyspepsia, or also known as indigestion.
I don't think of it like that.
No. He's not talking about you.
I was going to say getting indigestion from the people you were hanging out with.
Oh gosh. No, I really like all of those guys.
He feels good about dealing with
It's very strange.
He's not me.
Yeah.
I wrote a very scathing, insulting text to a good friend of mine who's a big Trumpster, and I just was so appalled that this guy doesn't get it. And you know, not that I'm out there to instruct everybody how they should think, but I really was surprised at this guy with the attitude he gave me. And he's talking about Hunter Biden and all this nonsense. And I feel badly about it. But in general, I don't want to lose a friendship over this
Yeah,
stuff because
yeah.
You just let
eventually
it slide.
it'll resolve
Yeah.
itself.
You
But
presume.
Just say-
unfortunately,
right.
it's a very deep hole that is being dug.
We've gone back to the
Yeah.
old days where you don't discuss religion or politics at a dinner table. But look, if you like restaurants and restaurant culture in South Florida, I hate to break it to you, but Spanish is the official language of kitchens in restaurants.
I learned a lot of
I don't know.
Spanish swear words when I was
Exactly.
working in the kitchens in
Exactly.
LA there.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it actually came in handy because when I used to cover fights at the Olympic Auditorium,
Yeah.
I knew how to really insult a guy in Spanish if I was in the crowd and my guy was losing. So no, that came in handy. But kitchens are wild with
So,
Spanish.
it was eye-opening for me, and we're going back now 24 years. When I first made the transition from sports writer, sports columnist to news columnist at the Sun Sentinel back in 2002, the biggest, this is back in the day when people would actually leave voicemails and make phone calls. And I would get, 20 voicemails a day. And the number one issue I would get phone calls about, not even what I wrote columns on, but people complaining about people speaking Spanish in Broward County. Because this was at the time when a lot a lot of people were moving from
Dade, it wasn't an
Miami-Dade.
issue anymore.
No.
No, you just accepted it in Dade. Yeah.
But in Broward, people are like, why is it when I go out to a store and people speak Spanish to me, like they think I know Spanish, and they get all up in a
My
lather.
mom used to actually do that too. My mom's very liberal, and I would have to be, Mom, what do you want?
And my suggestion to them, and I spent time in Europe where people in Europe,
Yeah.
everybody speaks like 4 different
Yes,
languages
yes.
at least. And this is not the answer they wanted to hear. But when I have a conversation, I was like, well, do these people eventually speak English when they realize you don't speak Spanish? And they're like, yes, but they assume that I speak Spanish. And blah, blah,
But
blah.
now,
And I was like,
that's been resolved though, because all you have to do is do this phone app thing.
Exactly,
There
and you can translate
You
anything.
can go anywhere in the world. So
Well,
I don't know why people are crazy.
back then-
I don't know this. I don't know. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt your point because I'm not sure exactly where you're going with this. But I mean, the Bad Bunny thing, if that had something to do with this discussion. I'm not running out and buying any Bad Bunny CDs off of that halftime show, but it was still enjoyable.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why people are so upset.
Well, my answer to these people back then, 25 years ago, when they were complaining, and before the advent of all these instant translation apps, was, maybe learn a little Spanish.
Doesn't hurt,
It's okay to know passable Spanish.
I'm
South
always
Florida.
amazed when people get pissed at an athlete who is, native language is Spanish, and like Carlos Alcaraz. People used to make fun of him for not speaking English fluently enough. It was always frustrating because I covered Fernando Mania when Fernando Valenzuela was in his rookie year, and you were just hoping that you could understand or communicate better with him. But if you think about it, and people would make fun of these athletes because their English wasn't that great. It's not even their language, man.
Right. Can you imagine going to a
doing
foreign
an interview
country?
in Spanish? I mean, I speak
Exactly.
a little French, but I wouldn't want to do it.
What I always loved about the athletes with the translators, where you'd ask a question, and
the
then
translation's
the
amazing.
athletes would go,
Yeah.
20 minutes.
and then the translator goes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be fun.
He says, "I knock him out." Yeah, no, I
My
did a
favorite.
fight card in Atlantic City. Shannon Briggs was in the main event against this guy who was a house fighter for the Seminole tribe and their in-house boxing, Warriors boxing. And my job was the in-ring interviews after the fight. All right, we're working with some real pros there. Al Bernstein was on the call, Barry Tompkins, and there wasn't one fight where they spoke the same language in the interview after. There was Dutch, German, Spanish, Filipino. I mean, it was great. I had 7 different interpreters
Great.
for the
It's like
7
United
bouts on the
Nations.
card.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. And it was exactly that. The guy would go, he would speak forever, like he was talking about eating your children. And then the interpreter would say, yeah, he says he knock him out.
It's
I'm
like,
like,
dude, I
what?
know he didn't say
He
that.
said a lot more than that.
Dude, you're lying.
Hans?
What garbage did he say
What is this?
that you're being PC about?
Meanwhile, we'll make everybody very happy today. We're going to conduct the show entirely in English. We're going to have Chef
There you
owner
go.
Brad come out with some great dishes. It's a $2 Oyster Tuesday where they have the premium oysters from all over
They got some new ones.
North America.
Yes, sir.
$2 all day today on Tuesdays, and then they do it happy hour during the rest of the weekdays. 4 to 7, you get $2 premium oysters. And yeah, what's
What
on
do you
the
know
big
about
board
what do you
today?
know about shark bites?
So here's the thing. He's going to bring out. We have now a fledgling oyster industry right here in
Oh, yeah?
Florida.
Yeah.
And some of them are in these farm beds that are on the Intracoastal and saltwater. Some of them are in the Everglades. We'll find out more, but they're featuring shark bite oysters from Florida, and Brad.
Oh, he's
will
never
be-
talked
have
about
you ever had
those.
them?
He's never
Right.
talked about those.
No, this is a new item. He also has
Well,
the
wasn't he
classic.
talking about some place up by like the
Yeah, but
Indian
what's the
River?
one
where
that's-
have,
it's
They
northern-
had they had Indian Creek
Indian
or
Creek.
Indian River oysters, something like that. I forgot what it's called. Indian Town.
I'm thinking you get a grapefruit there. I don't know
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
an oyster. Yeah.
Like grape
It was like Central
Hits of
Florida-ish,
grapefruit.
right?
in the oyster, and then of course they have the classics from the Northeast,
Yeah.
the Blue Points from Connecticut, the Long Island
Malpecs,
Sound, the
Tempura.
Malpecs from PEI, and the Pink Moons from PEI.
What are you ordering off that?
I love the Pink Moons. I happen to be
You are a PEI guy,
yeah,
man. You
PEI.
really are. Man.
Well, me
What
and
about
Dougie McLean.
What about Malpec or whatever? that
Malpec
is?
is also from
Nice.
Prince Edward Island. The
Yeah,
home,
Doug McLean, one
Doug
of my
McLean,
favorites.
and Malpecs are a little brinier. The Pink Moons are a little bit creamier.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
deep
If
cut.
we put in a request, I bet we could get Doug McLean to come out here. And
I would
try
love
some
to
of these
see
Is he
oysters.
still
Dougie.
down here? Does he still live down here?
Yeah, he spends a lot of time in Delray Beach.
Oh,
You
interesting.
see him?
Oh, then that's a move.
I had him on a show about 6 months
Oh,
ago,
that's a
and
move.
it couldn't have been
He's
any more
classic.
fun.
I would like if you
McLean's
mention my name,
classic.
he might actually like me. One of the few people in sports.
Because
Might
they were
would
good during
remember
your
me.
time.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to write that Lindsey Bond column, now I could see why.
No, I
people,
remember the night
yeah.
that he got canned. I met him at Runyon's out in Coral Springs,
that's-
a
Oh, yeah,
classic
yeah.
steakhouse out there, and I kind of was able to
Great guy.
sit and commiserate, and then
Yeah.
write up a quick late edition column back when newspapers would still, go to
Hey, I
bed
got
at
something.
11
It's
o'clock.
like 11:30.
Yeah, no, I drank with him from like 6 to 8:30, and then I came home and pounded out a
Couldn't be a
column.
nicer guy.
Yeah.
He's still in great spirits. It was one of my most enjoyable interviews in that series I was doing, and he hangs out. I believe you might find him up there at Bert's place, Deck 84.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, really?
Sometimes,
Oh, that's
to get
I
back
believe
up
he's
there.
gotten together with some of his friends up there.
Nice.
So.
Good.
But I think he would love it because he's a Prince Edward Island guy. So
He'd
It'd be
come,
great
come
to
on
have
down.
him
Let's feed him some
sample,
oysters.
yeah,
Gotta
the
take care of him. Yep.
We'd love to turn him on to it. I'd love to see him again and have him on the show.
He's classic.
Speaking of sports on ice, some late news in from Milan and the whatever you're calling it, the Cortina games. I
Yes.
don't know where the curling rink is, the venue, but the U.S. team was going for its first gold medal. They've already assured themselves of at least the silver
That's
in
their
the
first
mixed,
medal ever in
mixed
curling.
team curling, and I know you've become a huge
no,
curling
mixed
fan.
doubles curling. I am, and I was asking Lubie because Lubie would know this.
I don't know.
Like in the NBA, do you have load management in curling where
I don't know.
somebody says, "Hey, look, man, I'm not doing a back-to-back," because
So-
they played like last
play a
night. And
lot,
they're playing
yeah.
again.
The news is this, that apparently they have lost to Sweden in the final, so they take home the silver, not the gold. So my question to you is,
No disgrace.
is it a success, or here's a fun fact that you might not have known, and my old friend Rachel Nichols, who has become, a big sports journalist, but I didn't realize now she's also on the board of directors for USA Curling.
Quite a distinction.
That's amazing.
I don't
Is
know.
there a USA
Nichols-
curling? Who's involved besides the
And
two
I know
guys?
you know her personally.
all these
She
obscure
always pops up. Like,
all these obscure
She's
Olympic
classic.
sports have their own particular,
100%.
and organizations that oversee the competition.
How is your boy Sarnia
And-
not on that committee?
He told me
The
that Rachel was on the
spokesperson.
committee.
No, okay, so he knew everything about it.
So
Of course he knows.
Rachel, of course, I worked with her at the Sun Sentinel and dated her for a bit. And the bottom line is, you always say that there's a curse associated with
say it.
Rachel.
Oh, there was
We
a curse
proved
of
it
Rachel
over
Nichols.
years. Like,
It
we
was
proved it.
unfortunate.
So does this mean the curse of Rachel lives
Oh,
because
for
they
sure.
failed in gold?
No, I don't think it's a failure. I mean, obviously, we have no medals in this sport, and if you could call it a sport, it does seem like more of a game. But nonetheless, I don't know. Like I was saying on Facebook and on social media, I wish my cleaning ladies could sweep like that. I never see them with that kind of action. My God. And then that would be great too, because Lubie was sort of a victim of this sort of behavior, where the wife is following him around the house as he's trying to vacuum. with some
100%.
rented vacuum cleaner.
And
that
screaming,
he got.
going,
And he's like,
I love watching it. I think it's
I
First
don't
of all,
it's
understand
not a
how you
bad
work.
game. I mean, really,
can't
if
watch
you could play it,
it's one of those things that the more high you are, the more enjoyable.
you got to be
That may be
blasted,
true.
and
That
there
may
has
be
to be
true.
nothing else. on it.
I've been
And number
so-
two, I don't know the backstory of who created curling. I'm guessing it's Canadians. Did
It's gotta
Canada
be
create
Canadian.
Seems,
Canada?
I'll look it up.
seems
It's
like it
gotta be
might be
Canadian.
like Norway or something.
Because
Well,
it seems like one of those sports of like it's combining a drinking game at a bar, like the bar shuffleboard. It's like
It's
just
a little like
say,
bar shuffle.
let's do bar shuffleboard only on a
The
sheet of
Scots.
ice.
You're talking about drinking. I mean, obviously, it's like maybe the Irish or the Scots. The Scots in
Curling
the
was famous.
16th century.
Scottish people did.
So it was
I mean, they drank a lot.
it was the disgruntled.
I'm not trying to be mean.
This
but
is incredible.
From what I know,
It reeks of
The
Guinness.
Scots invented
It just does. Man.
the Scots invented golf.
golf.
In the 1400s.
Very-
So obviously all the disgruntled, pissed off golfers who couldn't get good at golf
But we're
said,
great at sweeping.
"Aye, nothing
But
is
it's that little flip of the handle that gets me. Like how do
what
they
does
not
that
have
do?
carpal tunnel?
Wait, I think that's that's not ice curling. I think there's like a land curling. That
Wouldn't
the
you want to
Scots-
just
there's
like
no ice in Scotland.
fire the thing down there,
There's
no,
not.
like
They don't
at
have
like
ice.
unbelievable
Look
speed?
up ice curling because that
Okay.
can't be true.
There's two different
'Cause
curlings.
when was the last time
There's
you've seen a
land
shit of
curling.
ice in?
I've never been
Scotland.
to Scotland. I don't know.
They don't even
Yeah,
put
I
ice
don't
They're
know.
cubes
saying
in their
Scotland.
scotch.
There's only one curling. Maybe
Okay.
they had ice. They made ice. I don't know what the hell.
Global warming.
They want
Got
you
rid
to
of all the
believe
ice in
Scotland created curling. I don't
There
know
is no
what's going on.
global warming.
Canada took it and ran with it. It's like
Follow the current
it's like
administration.
basketball or like pasta, where the Chinese created
Well,
noodles and the
we-
Italians ran with it. Canada took curling and made it what it is. I don't know what to tell you.
It seems very Canadian to me.
It's 100% Canadian.
And
Canada loves
Minnesota
it.
is practically Canada. That's where this couple
Yes.
came
Duluth,
from.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's where this woman came from.
Well,
That was on the team.
congratulations to them.
We
And
spent a lot of time.
Hey,
talking
we don't
curling.
win a lot of medals.
you're
I
number
mean,
2.
I was
That's better
watching.
than zero.
I mean, it helps to be from Norway for sure if you're in cross country skiing.
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh God.
Who the
They're
hell could
Norwegians.
do that?
They're
Man,
born with cross country skis on their feet.
I'm watching these guys go uphill and they're running like maniacs.
How
And
about,
I'm thinking, I mean, I never see this in the United States. Do you?
No.
how about
never.
the ski jumping? Who
That's
who
my
thought of
favorite
that?
Shirley
That's
asked me
my
about
big
it.
theory now. Who was the first guy to try it?
Now
Was
you
it
wanna talk
also
about being
like, I mean, you
annihilated.
know, Luganis wasn't the first guy off the Acapulcan cliff. So who was the first guy to try it and then realize it mattered whether you timed the tide or not? Yeah.
I wonder if the first guy who did it with skis, or did he try doing it?
I
like
see
this?
it like the Wright
toboggan?
brothers. It was kind of a Wright brothers scene where like they were at Kitty Hawk and the plane took off, but it really didn't go anywhere.
So I actually covered at the 98 Olympic Games in Nagano, Japan, the ski jumping, because there was a hometown
It
hero
takes guts.
whose name I forget, but he launched, and it was off the big hill. Yesterday, the guy who won the short, they call it the short hill, but both of them are like, oh my God.
How is it in
This is-
person? Actually,
this
is
has
it
got-
like scary as hell to watch? Like, are
It's-
you praying for
When
the
you
people?
see it up there,
It must
it's
be
like
insane.
climbing to the top of a roller coaster, like the
Oh,
highest roller
forget
coaster,
about it.
300 feet up in the air, and then you just got to go point down.
Oh my
like-
God!
I've never gotten to the top to see where they launch from, but it is a unbelievable thing. And the guy who won gold yesterday, I think he's from Austria or something, but he has a fear of heights.
He's also
incredible
he's got
story.
vertigo.
He pulled out. He
Wasn't
pulled,
it Donna Di Verona? Didn't she have vertigo? She was like a diver or
he
something.
pulled out of a competition last March because he freaked out when he got to the top. He
Oh,
says, "I
man.
can't
You
do
think?
this."
it,
You
man.
And then he
think?
had to have therapy, and he was doing
No,
all
that would
kinds
be
of-
a good thing.
And
That's
So-
hard to get over.
was
So
like-
what drugs are you?
It was like
he's
Tom
taking?
Perkin when he started getting stage fright with the big
Yeah.
calling the big
Oh,
races.
Tommy Boy, man, I love
Yeah.
that guy.
But this guy pulled through and he recovered and he got
I won
to the
gold?
top.
That's
and
what
he won
happened to
gold
Durkin.
yesterday.
Durkin got stage fright. That's
Yeah,
hard to
that-
imagine. yeah.
That's a change to go from fear of heights to winning gold
Winning gold
in
in the
freaking
in the
Milan.
ski jump.
It's the
Jesus.
weirdest thing, though. They sit on this little bench for a second, and
Yeah, yeah, they
the
get
minute
set.
they get up, though, they're flying down
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah, but-
And then I don't know, is this a change where they have the grooves for the takeoff, where the two skis are actually grooved, or didn't it used to be
I
like
don't-
more?
I
wide
don't know
open?
the ins and outs of ski jumping. All I know is when I cover it in this Japanese guy who launched, and he had this record long jump, and there was like 80,000 Japanese surrounding the ski bowl where he landed, and there was a roar.
Oh,
it
they
was
go
like
nuts. Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like when American Pharaoh finally won, broke the Triple Crown curse at Belmont a few years. It's been
That's
over
wild.
10
Few
years.
of the other writers at Nagano made that comparison. Except the
They're
degenerate
not gonna
sicko
American
like
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh.
No, but
I
like all the
remind me
loud
of
cheers.
Secretary. It
There's loud-
was such a great scene, and I think back then it was before they had any judging or points with it. It was just whoever
Went
went the
farthest.
Oh
furthest
yeah,
won.
no, it's this.
Now they've cluttered it up.
I
like,
told you
yeah,
that's
yeah.
my favorite is just watching the event. I'm like, oh my God, I survived. They're like, the ski went this
Did
way.
you see that?
He needs to lose points. I'm like, lose points. I'm like,
I gotta tell you, I have
lived.
my theory of the Olympics is this: I love any sport where there's no judges involved, where it's just going against the clock or the distance. You measure it, and whoever's gone the farthest wins, or whoever has gone the fastest wins. But once you start throwing in the East German judge and
how about the French
they didn't
judge?
stick the landing.
Where she screwed the whoever the deserving winners were and gave it to the Russians. That was great. Man.
Yeah, no, it's I hate the judge competitions, which is why I'm kind of averse to watching any of the
Well,
figure
how do you
skating.
end up at these food competitions then as a judge?
Oh, because they pay me.
Yeah, there you go. So, I rest my case.
No,
Nothing
it's
like a good
it's true.
judging event.
Things that are subjective, like the arts, Grammys, like Oscars, food events. Everything is so subjective, and sometimes
100%.
I think that the thing that should have won ends up getting overruled by three other
Often in
judges.
sports. I mean,
Yes,
again,
But it
that
is-
man
it
was
is
called
an-
boxing for years.
It's an
Hello.
empirical truth that the fish and chips here are the best.
Oh,
yes, this is true. Hey,
No debate.
why don't we're going to be getting ready also for the Valentine's Day weekend. They're going to
Yes,
be
sir.
running some good
It's gonna be a
specials
good
here.
spot for Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
yeah.
Great, especially
Go
with
to
this
the
weather.
beach, canoodle on the beach a little bit. And
That's
then
my
come
favorite
here.
move.
Oysters, aphrodisiac.
Yep.
Get some
Can't
of the
go
great
wrong there.
cocktails
No.
here. It's
I want one of each. I'm going to tell Brad.
Exactly.
And again, this is Even Keel, right at the corner of A1A Commercial Boulevard. You can't miss it. It is hopping today. I love to see
It's jumping, man.
season and when this place really takes off.
But
Might
what's
be one of the nicest days of the year, Lubie.
That's beautiful. What's interesting about it is season. So a lot of the time, people, whatever specials they have year round, we all accept that those are done because it's season. Brad and Dave are insane people, and they've like leaned into their specials. Today's $2 oysters. This $13 lunch thing. I drove by a McDonald's,
Pretty
and I know
incredible,
what a
yeah.
combo is at McDonald's these days. And I'm not even hating on it.
Filet of fish combo is probably like
It's like $11, $12.
Yeah.
Like you don't have time. It's quick. That's fine. They're pretty quick here. It's $13. You get a fresh piece of mayo, which is a nice piece. You get rice, and then the salad was fantastic by
But Caesar
itself.
salad is great. Man.
With Caesar with
Oh,
a
really?
pear
Does it
thing.
with
Remember
pear.
that pear one
He
we
does
had
a
last time that we
specialty
really
pear
liked?
Oh, yeah.
Because everything they do here, they do a
It's
little
either one.
bit
It's either one.
enhanced.
Caesar or
Yeah,
pear.
yeah.
You get to choose for $13.
Underrated their chicken Caesar. You wouldn't normally come here and think, hey, chicken Caesar
Burgers are great.
Really
That
a
double
great
burger
job.
on
Yeah,
Thursdays for $11.
They're still doing all their standard specials, even here. In
Very
season, which I
unique
appreciate.
spot. I mean, not like you're getting, like you say, some stuff that came from the restaurant Defo. And we were talking about
No.
that with the chicken tenders, where, it's just so common. Nothing like that.
No,
here.
and
it's
everything
really great.
they really take pride in what they do, and they put those little chefy,
Touches.
those culinary touches that you don't find every place because that's their background. They
Yes.
came from fine dining, and you get those fine dining touches, but in a completely casual environment. It's why we love Even Keel. It's why
They'll throw
I've
some curry on some stuff.
Yes,
I like that.
yeah, a
throw a
little
little
bit-
curry.
He's not scared to add
some
spice.
spice and different flavors. We're going to talk with Brad when he comes back about the great dinner that they threw for the
there's
Visit
a lot of
Lauderdale
them.
Food and Wine Festival, where it was with a couple of their old associates, Dean James Max and Pushkar Marath, and everybody really shined that night. So many great dishes, including their like that pumpkin
Oh, that's
curry
soup.
soup. They use Key West pink shrimp in
Oh,
it
Jesus.
Nice.
instead of the spiny lobsters sometimes they use. But great stuff, and we love Even Keel. Hey, before we take the first break, let me talk about, again, upcoming Valentine's Day weekend. And probably today's the last day
Yeah, I
to
would mess
order
around with that for
online
today.
if you want to get home delivery of these Norman Love chocolates. NormanLoveConfections.com is the website. Better yet, if you want to go in and assemble your own box for your sweetheart, go into one of the dessert salons. There's two of them in South Florida, one in Delray
See, that's
Beach.
my dilemma. Our friend Brian said he ordered some, which we definitely appreciate. But my issue is, and again, I'm sure online it describes it, but they have a lot of chocolate there. So, like, if I'm making my own for Shirley, I sort of want to go in and like
when you
be able
go
to do
in
it there.
and
Like,
you see the array again, like 20 different signature flavors that they carry year round, and then for all these holidays, they come up with specialty holiday
Yep.
flavors. Different. Christmas time they had bunch.
Yeah,
they
look,
had some
Hanukkah,
for
they had a bunch of great
Hanukkah.
ones.
We still see those photos, but for Valentine's Day, they have 10 distinct Valentine's Day flavors. They have peanut butter and jelly. They had a champagne
yes, it's
inspired
really nice.
chocolate, which was beautiful. They had a dark chocolate. I love all their chocolates.
Yes.
And you go in there to, again, the other dessert salon, Delray Beach at the corner of Linton and Federal, and then right behind the Town Center Mall on St. Andrews Boulevard. We love Norman Love Confections. You can also just stop in there for a daily little breather,
Coffee,
have a
some
cup of
pastries.
coffee, a pastry. Again, Norman Love, the actual pastry chef, won all kinds of awards and competitions when he worked for the Ritz-Carlton, and then he branched off on his own into the world of fine chocolates, but he still has his great pastries there.
Yep.
You can have it all. Go online to check it all out, NormanLoveConfections.com. All right, let's take that first break, and then we'll be joined by Brad.
Brandy's made an appearance.
And,
Look at him.
he's shucking our oysters right now.
He's
Looking
Shucking
very,
and jiving, man.
very
Brad.
erudite. He also has his glasses now.
Yeah,
He looks good,
skinny
though.
as a
He's
rail.
losing
Look at this
weight. He
guy.
looks good.
Yeah,
Looking good.
he's good. All right. All good here at Even Keel. We'll be back with more after these words.
Hey, Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see it continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years. Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. The kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late-night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, Shenanigans. Looking for inspired comfort food in a cozy setting? Blue Collar in Miami is the place to go. Located at 6789 Biscayne Boulevard, it moved to bigger digs a year ago, now has full liquor, and still features all your old favorites from chef owner Danny Surfer. Fantastic burgers, the braise of the day, and the city's best key lime pie. And drink specials every day. Open daily with weekend brunch. For reservations and information, go to bluecollarmiami.com.
I figured I'd catch Mayo and full oyster here at Even Kill Fish Shack on $2 oyster day. You just demonstrated to them how to do an oyster. If you're from Ohio and you've never had an oyster, a real raw oyster,
I missed
Mayo just
the
showed
comeback. Yeah, I was so wrapped up. Brad just shucked a dozen of these beautiful shark bite oysters, and they have a deep cup, and they don't look like your typical Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America oysters. And
look out, man! Look what these guys doing to us.
These are good, and they also have a good sea briny flavor. So it seems like it came from salt water, brackish water somewhere.
Is that can't be the lunch special for like $13, can it? You kind of dropped out there.
There we go.
Sorry.
You hit the button.
Sorry.
You hit the wrong button. Brad.
So many buttons.
Welcome
Wow,
back. And
wow,
what a display.
Brad.
I got to take some pictures.
Oh my God.
You've got, well, why don't you tell us we've got in front of us? What
Okay.
we've got?
Well, yeah. So starting with the oysters, these are from New Smyrna. So
New Smyrna
pretty much
Beach.
as local as you could get. We're still working with these guys. This is the really, really cool farm that is putting an oyster bed in the Everglades.
These
at
are the
moment.
shark bites?
These are shark bites.
So
The
now
Sex
they're up
Panther-
in New Smyrna, but they're trying to
They have both.
go south.
They have both.
Okay.
So they started in New Smyrna, and then they're trying to do one in South Florida. So
Oh, really?
Still under yeah, still
That's
under.
impressive.
They're incredible. We actually got a couple samples of them. They're fantastic. Way brinier than you would think they would be. Coming
That's
from,
exactly
from,
what I just
okay,
said.
You guys already talked about that.
So
they're-
it must be, well, yeah.
they
I
eat
mean,
like they
I'm
eat like
so-
a Northeast oyster. They literally
Exactly.
eat like almost like a Prince Edward, like a Nova Scotian oyster. Even brinier than
deep cup,
Right.
and very
Yeah.
briny,
Very,
and
very nice.
very
Very
packed
good
with
flavor.
flavor of the sea. And
Yeah.
is it in like the
So
intercoastal
there's
or
a
is it
natural
inlet?
there's a natural break wall.
Okay.
Almost like just a peninsula of land that comes out, and then the oyster beds are inside of that. So whatever water's being filtered, it's not just that straight Gulf of Mexico water that's going in there. It's
It's got great flavor.
It's got great flavor. Apparently
Yeah.
the purity of the water is supposed to be fantastic.
And again, props to you and Dave, because you do things the proper way. You serve oysters the way they're meant to. Some lemon.
Yep.
Your own house-made hot sauce, which
Yep.
is fantastic.
Yep.
Their own mignonette.
And then you have a cocktail sauce with extra horseradish.
Yep.
And
And
mignonette.
and the champagne mignonette with a little fresh tarragon, little fresh dill in the cocktail. Nothing out of this world. But you let the oyster stand out.
The
you know?
oysters speak for themselves,
Yep.
but I do like putting a dash of the lemon and hot sauce.
Sure.
Sometimes I do a little mignonette.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do just straight horseradish. I'm not the biggest red cocktail sauce. I love my very horseradishy cocktail sauce on clams.
Yeah.
Because they're meatier. I
I
like
like it on shrimp.
I like good
oysters
peeling
and,
shrimp too.
and on the
Yeah,
shrimp.
right.
But I think oysters so delicate. If you're a true oyster lover,
Yeah.
you want it as kind of like pristine
It
and
should be. It should be the oyster first, then everything else behind it.
Yeah.
However you want to dress your oyster.
and
it
this
should
is
be.
a great product for $2 all day on
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
So we wanted to highlight that too. Yeah, Tuesdays are $2 oyster night. So all our oysters. So we usually have at least 4 varieties, sometimes 5, sometimes 6.
And I also have to give you props because when you're shucking them and you train your shuckers well, because you know to cut the lower that
The connecting-
adductor,
the-
the
yep.
connective tissue. So
Yep.
I hate when you get an oyster and it's a really good premium oyster, and then
you
they
gotta
forget
work
to
at
cut
it.
that thing, and then it's like you're fighting it.
Yeah.
You guys have it the proper way, so you can do it. Which is what I love is first of all, you just take it up. You don't use a fork or anything
Right.
like that, and you got all the juice, which they call the
The liquor.
The
Yep.
liquor, as we know,
You can
and
slurp
liquor. I hardly
Yeah.
knew her, but I love this oyster.
it.
It's just a really, really great product. And again, with another thing for Dave and I to try and keep it as local as possible.
Yeah, you guys are great
and
about
just
that.
keep the quality up.
Number 2.
So number 2, this is our catch of the day special. We run Monday through Friday, $13 from 11 to 3. And it's basically a choice of our salad. It's either our Caesar salad or our house salad, which is the pear and blue cheese with a little bit of roasted pumpkin and candied pecans. And then you get a little bowl of rice, and then whatever our catches of the day. This actually happens to be snapper. These guys
Oh,
just
yeah?
brought it
Ooh.
in. They just brought it in.
This looks
like
fantastic.
2 minutes after I got here. So that could change every day. It goes in line with what our fish and the chips fish is, what our fish sandwich fish is.
And let's talk fish and
In
chips.
the immortal words of the late great Henry Barrow of WYOD fame, I'd like to taste your snapper. he was doing a food thing way back then.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
came up
Oh,
with
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Also,
So-
the fish and chips today is snapper.
Fish and
Yeah,
chips today is sea bass.
He just-
Oh,
Sea
sea bass.
bass.
So we had
Wow.
that came in a little bit earlier this morning.
That you don't
So-
see every day.
Interesting.
But I think sea bass for fish and chips is fantastic. As far as local fish goes,
That's
the
amazing that you do that.
flakiness, and the brightness of the flavor, it just goes great in a beer batter.
Well, I think it's impressive because when we've talked with other chefs, and I respect them, and they've tried to do other kinds of fish.
Yeah.
But again, what is it? Cod is what normally people use.
Sure.
And it's easier for them, and it tastes good.
Well,
So
you're
no
gonna-
judgment on
you're
them.
gonna
The fact
be
that
able to-
you
I mean,
try local fish with it and succeed time and time again is
Yeah.
really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, most parts. I mean, let's be honest. If you're going to be getting caught in haddock in South Florida, it's probably going to be frozen.
Yeah.
So
That was in the ocean like an hour
that was in
ago.
the ocean probably this morning.
Jesus,
God.
that's
All right.
amazing.
I hate to call out anybody by name, but he's a friend. He's a good eater. His name is Dr. Nick Tranicus. He's a specialist oncological surgeon here in town. And we had an argument on Let's Eat South Florida because I
really?
claimed these the best fish and chips in town. And he's a very proud Greek who grew up in the New England area.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
And
different. That's,
Basically, he said, what do they use in their fish and chips? I said, they go local and fresh. So a lot of times it's mahi,
Right.
but sometimes it's other fish.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fish and chips must be served with haddock. And I was
Okay.
like, come here, tell me that.
that's a weirder fish.
Yeah.
If you can
Yeah.
get mahi and fish and chips, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just think that for us again, it's like it's using local products.
Yeah.
It's like that's just kind of it's inbred in our system, in our DNA now,
your
in our
bones.
bones, and like I just can't imagine. Like
Look at
passing
that.
passing
Look
up,
how
yeah, look at that sea
soft
bass.
the fish is.
Passing
Like,
up fish
look how
like that
moist it
to
is.
go
like,
and get like a frozen piece of haddock.
It's so good.
you're allowed to, but like if you don't have
to each their own. And yeah, if this wasn't my place, I'd be like, you can do whatever you want. But for us, it's just it's
No,
like
no, and
keeping
I'm-
as local as possible.
I don't like to tell people that they're wrong, but he's wrong. I mean, because people have these fixed ideas about, oh, it must be the traditional way. But if you can get something that's a fresh product and you're spotlighting something
yeah, are you
that's local,
serious? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
And you can-
It's
you
so good.
You could taste the
You
difference.
can hear the crunch.
can hear
in,
it.
in
This
sea
snapper,
bass.
all right,
melts in your
I
mouth.
got to give you some
Yeah.
advice because I don't want you guys to go broke. To charge only $13 for this lunch plate where you
Yeah,
get a
that's insane.
salad
Yeah.
and rice and a beautiful fresh piece
It's
of
fresh,
snapper.
yeah.
Yeah. Local snapper.
Make it 14 for me. The people on the
You know,
group are going to raise holy hell.
Here's the other side of this too, Mike. Is we take it takes a little bit of extra work of the sourcing, of the going through the product, of the cleaning it ourselves, of the what. So we get a very good price on getting local fresh stuff.
Because
Okay.
you do more
So
of the prep.
because we do more of the prep, we do more of the
Okay. You're
research.
willing to
We
do
let
that,
we let
okay.
the fishermen argue over who's charging more and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the work we did all the work yesterday in order to be able to get this, so that we could charge what we charge and our customers can afford
You
it.
guys,
That's
again,
kind
are
of that's
quality.
what it is.
Fantastic.
That's
the
why-
easy way is to just get a walk-in freezer and just load it up with 150 pounds of fish and not have to worry about it. We just slack it the night before and it is what it is. Here we have to take the time. It's
It's
building a
fantastic.
repertoire with
And
the-
even the salad, I haven't gotten into you, but I know
Yeah,
you put
salad's so
the
freaking good.
it's
Well, it's
little
an elevated
distinct touches
salad.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
everything.
It's
Yeah.
not just a house.
You got-
salad.
what do
They
you
call
got
it
in
their
this?
house
pickled
salad.
onions. There's a little bit. It's got fresh pears in it, anjou pears.
Anjou pears. Where do you
yeah,
get
anjou
the
pears.
13 bucks?
Yeah, yeah.
When you get a McDonald's Happy Meal, whatever it is, value meal,
The
it's not
salad
such a
would
great
be
meal.
13
right.
There's like
Right,
candied
right.
pecans.
Yeah, candied pecans, little roasted.
Oh,
Are
I-
people taking advantage of this? They realize. what
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
it's
a deal
become
this
quite
is?
popular.
It's funny.
It
Every
really
person I saw when they come in, they had other things, but there was at least one lunch special.
Yeah. Lubie's like, what is that over there? So that's kind of, but we're very proud of it. And again, yeah, if things start to get tight at all, we'll consider raising the price. I don't want to go broke either.
No, but I mean, this is so good, and I'm being health minded now. I'm getting over my bout with gout last week. I'm back, Defo. I did 5 miles on a walk of life this
Nice.
morning.
Hell yeah.
It was such a beautiful day. I said, I can't stop now.
Yeah,
I just
right.
kept going. I was going to stop at 3, and then I said, no, 4.
Yeah.
Went to 5. I'm famished, and this fish is
It's
just
great. It's
healthy.
I
It's
pretty
so
much
good.
it's my lunch almost every single day. Just
Yeah,
a grilled
which
piece
is
of
why
fish.
you're
Yeah, you lost
also
a lot of weight.
slimming down.
I'm working on it, but it's all part of it. It's all part of it, and that goes to our customers too. It's like let's all. There's no reason you have to pass up something delicious because it's got to be
Being
extra processed.
health-minded, right. Yeah.
It's got to be you're
Real
just confident
food.
with being
That's the
processed.
mantra
Right.
these days,
Right.
and you guys feature nothing but real food. It's
That's it.
fantastic.
That's it.
And all right, so a couple other things. Let's wrap up the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. You guys threw a fantastic dinner, and then you were also part of the grand tasting, which is an awesome event as usual.
Super fun.
The dinner. How fun was the dinner for you?
Dinner was
Because-
great. Dinner was great. I mean, I think we're going to end up doing next year is we're going to try and make it a little bit easier on the rest of our staff, and probably close the.
Right, 'cause
Oh
you
yeah,
were
because
doing
we're
it.
open too.
You had the special event here inside and all these tables on the outside
Yeah.
on this corner, but then you were also running a regular
Right.
service
Well, we had,
on the
we
on
had
the
about
side
20
street.
tables on the other side
Oh,
over there. And for everybody
Jesus.
that's in the audience right now, you can't see our kitchen is about this big.
Right.
So,
Little
to be able
hectic.
to be
with
able to
three
do
great
with
chefs.
three chefs,
Well,
plus
4
all the
chefs,
cooks,
including Dave.
But
Push
with
Car,
all those guys,
Dean.
there's probably 8 cooks in the back
Right.
there. Trying to play, but it worked out fantastic. Everybody was extremely happy. The event guests and our regular guests were
A lot of smiling
very,
faces.
lot of very happy people.
I couldn't finish everything because
Yeah, it
there
was
was
a
so
lot.
much damn food.
It was a
because
lot.
each of you did 3 things. Each of you did a dish for
Yeah.
appetizer, main, and then dessert, and then you also had a little, pre-appetizer,
little aperitif or whatever.
Yeah,
but we I don't know. It's just been that way ever since I've been working with all these guys. It's like nobody's will ever leave one of our events hungry. That's for sure.
And
if you're picky about anything, there's plenty of other stuff you can
send out. Some of your award-winning soup, the pumpkin, curry. Except this, you use the Key West pink shrimp.
The Key West pink shrimp,
perfect.
Right. I thought it paired very, very well too. Pushkar had the escabeche with the mussels, which is something we both learned together when we worked together in the Cayman Islands.
Nice.
That was really, really fun.
Everything was just
it was great.
And now you got No Rest for the Weary. You're going to be taking part in the South Beach Wine
Food and Wine next week.
What are you doing?
We're doing the Oyster Fest.
Oh, nice.
Dave and I've kind of been a participant in that. We're going on like 6 years this year. So
wow.
We get some oysters supplied to us. When we get there, I think I can't remember what the name of the oysters were. They're Northeast oyster. I believe they're Jersey or one of those northern.
And when you get invited back to that, you're doing something well.
We're doing and so we usually come up with a really good mignonette that we're gonna serve with it. I think last year we did a yuzu and truffle mignonette.
Oh Jesus!
So we just make it easy on ourselves. We just get all the oysters displayed out and just dress the oyster our own way, but. Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun.
This fish and chips is so good. It's so meaty. That fish is unbelievably good.
It's cooked perfect. That sea bass cooks perfect too.
Dr. Nick, come on out. It's on me.
Has he tried it here, or is he just from his youth?
Yeah,
it's one of those things. It's like don't knock it till you try it. And my dad is a purist too when it comes to some of that stuff. Like some people just
like
I
the
like
Skyline
what I
chili. You only
I
get
like
it 4 ways.
Yeah, I like what I like. But I mean, it's being able to open people's minds up a little bit more and being like, it's not.
Funny, it's not even close, honestly.
Yeah,
because the freshness of it and the way that you do the batter, and the way that you prepare it. Compared to almost, any place I've been, even though there are, we said, many good examples, but this is amazing.
Yeah,
and hidden off in the corner,
I had to go for the bow.
And again, we got to remind people that for those who may be, not the biggest fans of seafood or allergic to certain seafood items or not the biggest fish fans, you guys have great chicken and also burgers. But this is a chicken bao bun.
We got chicken bao buns. So we just the steamed rice buns with Nashville. So we do our own fried chicken. And toss that on a little bit of Nashville sauce. We make our house-made ranch. We do some dill pickled cucumber and some red onions on top, and that's it.
Verdict on that one?
Fantastic.
It's a
and
lot.
They nailed
the
bao.
Flavor.
Okay, do you do the bao?
No, we don't do the bao. I mean,
I'm not judging. I'm asking wherever you get it from, because bao can be all over the place. The bao is perfect.
I tried it once. Well, you got to you just got to source. Like if you're going to be getting, if we can't make it ourselves, we're going to be going to get the best actual product we possibly can.
Because it's rare that the bao is like that. The bao is really good.
Those buns are not necessarily easy to make.
They're really good.
Actually, the best way to do it is you really need one of those combi ovens.
But if you find a good purveyor of it, you stick with it.
I'm giving you credit. Like it's really good.
And this is a relatively new item. I remember I came in here around the holiday time with Val. And you threw out one of these right in front of us, and we said, "Oh wow, that's a winner."
So I think you were one of our guinea pigs. It was like, hey, we're just throwing this idea around. Like people,
that's pretty
seafood forward as we can, and then we were constantly looking if we needed like a chicken addition to our salad. Somebody wants a grilled piece of chicken, cool. So what do we do? Again, we're so limited in space back there. It'd be nice if we had a second option for using that chicken up rather than just sitting there waiting for somebody to put it on a salad. So this bao buns have become quite popular.
Very good. And you get those little garlic, what do they call
little rice puffs? Little crispy garlic and rice puffs. Yep.
Good stuff. I mean, you guys get it done. All right. We also have to talk about you guys have launching a new catering branch of the business. Tell us about that.
So we have our catering menu is online. It's on our website. If you go to evenkeelfish.com, you can see it's a little sub banner in our website. It's fantastic. We're actually offering a full raw bar experience, whether it's set up or we're actually doing the oyster belt. So you get like little buckets, walk around, shuck oysters. So we've got that. We've got a lot of our other raw bar products are on there too, but we could do a full taco. We got a full taco bar on there. The lobster roll picnic experience, which is like the lobster roll, potato salad, corn succotash. Pretty much you name it, we can do it.
It says yes. The clam boil.
The clam boil is really, really fun. So we'd actually create the net, like the little nets, and get a big batch of water out. We just drop a bunch of nets with the potato and the corn and the sausage in it. Old school. We throw a newspaper down on the table. and let people go ham on that.
So this is available like for home parties. And
we do home parties or events at your business. We can even talk about doing an event here if we have the space here, depending on the day.
Right.
But we're open to. I think we just had an event on Saturday. Dave and I drove all the way up to Boynton.
I was going to ask what's your range, because I could see
Well,
this being something people south and north. It's rare to get seafood of this quality brought to your home. And done like
the transport. It's not really the driving part, but we had to figure out how are we going to transport hot food from here to be that far.
Exactly.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You guys, everybody out there, reach out to us and we'll
set up things.
Yeah,
at
take it
home,
as a compliment.
We'll take it as a
like
compliment.
chafing dishes, maybe, and sternos. And
Getting a hot box if we've got to get.
You
something
guys
that
are veterans. You guys will
We'll figure it out.
definitely get
We'll
it
figure it
figured out.
and it'll be great.
I've got an event in mind for you guys early next month. Hopefully, we can.
We'll figure something out too. That sounds
we'll
like
put a bow on that.
Yeah,
and with our friend Evan and the Red Meat Lovers Club.
But the catering thing, I think, is very, very cool.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea. Again, we're so limited in space here, especially in season, to be able to host 10, 15, 20, 50 people parties.
Yep.
So an opportunity for our guests and our fans to be able to enjoy even keel outside of the property here.
And I didn't mention we got a big 3-day weekend coming up. We've got Valentine's Day on Saturday.
You guys are doing brunch?
We've got President's Day on
your brunch
Monday.
Is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And your brunch is typically both Saturday and Sunday.
We're going to do
right?
Saturday and Sunday. I'm also going to probably create at some point in the next 2 days. We're going to have a couple We tried doing the Valentine's Day stuff at the old spot. We did a tasting menu and all that, which was great. But here it's a little, it's not really not the clientele.
I think
so
you get couples coming.
We're gonna do. I think I'm gonna get a really nice steak. We might do a surf and turf option.
I was gonna say surf and turf.
We're gonna maybe do a nice mininette for the oysters, and then maybe make like a nice chocolate lava cake or something.
And you'll
like
run that Friday night.
I think we do Friday,
night.
Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah,
we'll probably do it.
3-day weekend. A lot of people are
right.
going to be out and about.
Yeah.
All 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, I think
and
so
Monday
too.
itself, you're going to be. No brunch service on the Monday holiday.
No.
It'll be
We'll just do
back to
regular lunch. Yeah.
And again, even on the holidays here, I think you still run your specials. You'll have your Muscle Madness on Monday.
Monday will be Muscle Madness. We're still going to have our regular happy hour from 3 to 7.
Really?
On Monday.
They did that
You
even
guys
for
are
New Year's
insane.
Eve
You guys are
last year. I remember it was a $2. It was
guys are
Tuesday
insane.
last year, 24 to
$2 oyster
25.
night. I know that was.
And,
You guys are
and we
insane.
came and we were shocked. We were prepared to pay full price, and it was like, no, it's $2. I was like, New Year's Eve, and it was great. So
but
you guys are very generous.
As time goes on, it's like everybody it's our reputation should be like these guys are going to do whatever they're going to do whatever it takes to give our customers and fans a great experience, no matter what the cost is, and that's kind of where we are.
Yeah. And again, it's been a good season so far. I know a little cold weather, which could kind of put a damper.
I think we're used to that. I think, especially being down here on the beach,
got the heaters.
We got the heaters, which
great.
Right here, it's pretty warm, but it's 10 days a year. If you add it all up, it's 10, 11, 12 days out of the whole year where it gets below 55 or just a little uncomfortable, but
perfect.
It's incredible.
Perfection.
I think we've got the next 2 weeks are supposed to be just like this: 78 during the day and 60 at night.
Wish we could put it in a bottle and save it
I
for
know.
August.
I know.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll
Just
make
enjoy it
do.
while it's here.
And I didn't even have any of the fries. How were the hand cut fries,
Oh
Defo?
my God! I almost ate all of them.
Somebody is hungry today.
No, their fries are
Best
probably our
fries in
favorite. They're
town,
right
man.
there.
You can
They're
taste
right
the beef talos.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, we're
yeah,
going to let you
absolutely great.
run.
Thank you guys
John,
for
everything.
everything. My
Nice,
pleasure.
You guys are the best. Say
My
hi
pleasure.
to Dave.
It didn't
I
take us
will.
long to destroy
No,
all
you
of that.
count on that.
Look at that. That wasn't even one. Not even one
We'll do
segment.
the
It's
salad
all
after.
gone.
It's the easiest prop bet on the lunchbox. Anytime a salad is on the table, it's going to be the last thing
that gets
that.
tasted.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a piece of it.
Actually,
Well, the salad's really good, actually.
Oh, it's
We're just waiting to divide it up.
yeah.
All right,
All right.
let's take our second break. And before we do, I just want to talk about we're holding a special event on Thursday. It's going to be a doubleheader where combining, and we're calling it a pre-Valentine's Day special, where stone crabs and champagne, and it's at Primo Liquors. We're first going to be doing a lunchbox show with the one of the owners of Primo, Kashel, along with Vinny, who has a stone crab company.
Yeah,
Vinny Morris.
that's where we got all our stone crab from.
Oh, really?
yeah,
yeah, of
really?
course.
Okay.
Oh, that's so funny.
Vinny Morris
Vinny's great.
sells to
He's
restaurants.
fantastic.
He also does some pop-ups where he sells to the public. So we're going to be doing that on Thursday, 4:30 to 7:30 at the Primo Liquors at 700 South Federal Highway, conveniently located around the corner from my house, so I could just stumble home. But it's going to be a great night because Vinny's going to be selling for the holiday weekend. You don't have to crack them that night, so it'll stay till Saturday. But also the guys at Primo, we're going to be having some specialty tastings of Laurent Perrier champagne.
Oh, nice.
And Beluga vodka is a
okay.
premium vodka brand where they're also going to be combining Beluga vodka purchases. If you buy select bottles, you'll get free stone crabs from Vinny.
Oh, wow.
And depending on the bottle, you might get 6 medium claws.
Brad's looking like, really?
4:30 to
Am I off
7:30.
Thursday?
Maybe sneak
Let me buy a bottle or two.
Nick and work in the morning.
No, 4:30 7:30. We're going to be doing a show at the new Primo's location on Davie Boulevard there in Fort Lauderdale, just east of 95. We're going to be there from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock with both Kaushal and Vinny, and talking about what pairings work, whether it's champagne or certain wines that go with stone crabs for the Valentine's Day holiday.
Vinny's also one of our guys who we reach out. He's one of our local. He's not a fisherman, but he's a contact. So a lot of times our wahoo comes from Vinny.
Okay, yeah, he gets good
snapper. He
product.
gets amazing stuff.
And again, that's going to be outside. Again, it's welcome, open to all. Complimentary tastings of the champagne, Laurent Perrier, and the Beluga vodka. And if you buy some of the vodka bottles, you'll get free stone crabs. And then he's also going to be set up outside stone crabs and also shrimp cocktails to go. So if you're going to have a romantic evening at home for the holiday, that will be a good place to get it. Again,
even if you're not, it's a good way to try your
Thursday, 4:30 to 7:30.
Stone crab's not a bad gift for Valentine's Day.
What do you mean? It's amazing. If I come home with stone crabs, surely be
a box of those Norman Love chocolates.
Yeah.
Some Vinny stone crabs. If you get a bottle of booze and you get it for free with the bottle of booze, and then buy a bottle of champagne.
And I'm not. Vinny gets his. You have to text him the night before to see what his, and he won't know for sure what his fishermen are bringing back in for anything, including the stone crabs. So those stone crabs, anybody out there gets his stone crabs, they're going to last for a good 5 days.
Well, it's back, during the cold snap, things are getting a little sketchy in terms of they can get out.
Right.
The traps
the wind was still, during that snow, or the coldness.
Now they're pulling up, traps are full, and everybody, it's been a good season.
I have to toss in being a salad freak. Normally, like if a salad comes with like a lunch, it's an afterthought.
That's one of my favorites.
That is absolutely delicious.
It's one of the first one we'll bring.
Really,
that kind of goes away when we'll change from the pumpkin soup. We're
a perfect compliment for the fish.
Yeah,
anything that has bijou pears and pickled onions, you're dealing with some serious food.
And then those pecans are freaking fire too. But so we're actually getting towards it's becoming early spring. I mean, you can see the mango trees are starting to sprout buds now. Like we're starting. So some of this stuff, everybody out there, some of our menu, we're gonna have some menu changes coming up. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, thanks,
Brad. Thank you. As
Thank
usual,
you guys for the support.
Let's take the second break, and I'll devour the salad.
Salad's great
after these words. Wow.
The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Do you love Italian food? I mean, who doesn't love Italian food? Well, have I got a great new place for you, Elvis Italian Grill. It's at 4261 Griffin Road in Dania Beach, right near State Road 7 and the Hard Rock Casino. It's named for its owner, Elvis, and it has all your favorites: pizzas, pastas, veal chops, fresh fish, lunch specials, happy hour, and whole bar, great wines, al fresco dining on the deck with a water view. Open for lunch and dinner every day but Monday. For reservations and information, go to ElvisItalianGrill.com. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox, Mayo, and Defo sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, Even Keel Fish Shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-face smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sampler that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, for great pizzas, pastas, and Italian comfort classics, you got to check out Camille's Pizzeria and Restaurante. It just launched a great new happy hour on weekdays, 5 to 7 p.m., featuring all kinds of drink specials, $10 light bites, and a great 3 for $20 appetizer special. It's a true mom-and-pop shop run by a great couple, John and Maya. He grew up in Queens, and his pizzas and signature chicken parmesan are fantastic. Takeout and delivery available. Go to Camille's ftlauderdale.com for reservations and information.
All right, that's going to do it for today. Wow, what a great lunch we had.
I've been stuffing my face since we got it.
I mean, oysters, fresh fish, fish and chips, chicken bao buns. You can't do any better. Cocktails, all over.
Who's the guy you're having the argument with about the fish and chips? This
Nick
doctor?
Tranicus. He's a good dude, but he needs to come
No,
in.
he knows food. He's had me over for his house.
What?
He's done pig
Dr.
roast.
Nick, come here.
Dr. T, we call him. Just Dr.
Dr. T?
But that's it.
You're way off base, Dr. T.
That's it.
This is it.
All right, we got to get out of here. We'll be at Elvis Italian Grill in Dania, right around the corner from the Hard Rock. Great place to go before shows or
it's great.
a night of gambling
Great
entertainment.
reviews for that.
Yeah, and we're going to be with Elvis himself, the owner. That'll be a 2:30 start tomorrow, a little bit later. All right, so until then, enjoy every sandwich.